The success of any nursery or farm begins with the right choice of planting materials. Healthy, well-selected materials ensure strong growth, high yield, and resilience against pests and diseases. With these considerations in mind, let us explore the essential factors in selecting planting materials. Before we go deeper into the selection of planting materials, let us first unlock some important vocabulary. These terms will guide our understanding. Artificial planting. It refers to a human intervention or technique used to assist in plant propagation. This includes methods like grafting, cutting, layering, and tissue culture. Example of these are farmers plant rice seedlings in rows in a paddy field instead of waiting for seeds to scatter naturally. Next, we have asexual propagation. It refers to the process of creating new plants from plant parts except seed. Example: a rose plant grown from a stem cutting will be identical to the parent rose. Characteristic. It refers to a specific trait or feature of a plant which is essential in selecting the best plants for propagation. Example: a mango variety may have the characteristic of being sweet, fiberless, and resistant to pests. Next, method of propagation. It refers to procedure or technique used to propagate plants which can be sexual or asexual. Example of these: bananas are propagated by suckers, while orchids are propagated by tissue culture. Let's proceed with plant propagation. It refers to the process of creating new plants from seeds, cuttings, or other plant parts. Like, for example, farmers propagate corn through seeds, that is sexual, and sugarcane through stem cuttings, which is asexual. Another term we have sexual propagation. It refers to the natural processes by which plants reproduce and propagate without human intervention. Like papaya plants grown from seeds show variation in size, fruit shape, and sweetness. Now that we know our key vocabulary, let's think about this question. Why is proper selection of planting materials important? The answer lies in the success of plants we grow. Healthy, well-chosen materials give us stronger plants, better yields, and resistance to pests and diseases. If we choose poorly, plants may fail to grow, cost us more money, or produce low-quality harvests. Carefully chosen planting materials result in robust plants that are healthy, resistant to diseases, and exhibit vigorous growth. This ensures better crop yields, improved plant quality, and reduced vulnerability to pests and environmental stressors. For instance, if we plant diseased seedlings, they may die early or spread infection to the whole nursery. If we select healthy, climate-suited seedlings, they grow stronger and give us better harvests. After understanding why proper selection is important, let us now talk about planting materials themselves. Planting materials are the different parts of plants that we use to grow new ones. These are the materials we choose from when starting a nursery or farm. Each has its own role, and knowing them helps us decide which is most suitable for our purpose. Each type has its own characteristics, advantages, and methods of propagation. First on the list, we have seeds. Fertilized ovules that develop into new plants. They contain an embryo, food storage, and protective coat. We have here examples like corn, rice, and beans. Next, suckers. Shoots that grow from the base of a plant, often near the roots, used for vegetative propagation. Example here we have bananas and pineapple, which are propagated using suckers. Next, tissue cultured plantlets. Plantlets grown in sterile laboratory conditions using small tissue samples ensures disease-free and uniform plants. Orchids and bananas are commonly propagated through tissue culture. Another we have cuttings, sections of stems, leaves, or roots that can grow into new plants when placed in soil or water. Example, the cassava, roses, and sugarcane cuttings. Rhizome, underground stem that grows horizontally and produces shoots and roots. Example, ginger and turmeric are propagated through rhizomes. Corm, swollen underground stem that stores food and produces shoots. Example, taro and gladulus are propagated by corms. Next is grafted material. Union of two plant parts like scion, which is the upper part, and rootstock, the lower part, to combine desirable traits. Example here we have mango trees, which are often grafted to improve fruit quality. Another we have tuber, enlarged underground stem storing nutrients capable of sprouting new plants. Example here are potatoes and yam, which are propagated by tubers. Runner, horizontal stem growing above the ground that produces new plants at nodes. Example, strawberry plants spread through runners. Next, bulb, underground storage organ made of fleshy leaves surrounding a short stem. Examples are onion and garlic, which are propagated by bulbs. Choosing planting materials is not just about availability, it's about making sure they will grow well and serve their purpose. Let's look at the important factors we must always consider. First, healthy and free from pests and diseases, and also physical damage. Strong, clean materials ensure vigorous growth and prevent spread of problems. Example, using pest-free seedlings avoid infestation in the nursery. Suited to local climate, soil conditions, and environmental factors. Plants must match the environment to survive to thrive. Like rice varieties suited for wetland areas perform better than upland types. Intended use or purpose. Materials should fit the goal, like food, ornamental, timber, or medicinal. Example, grafted mangoes are chosen for fruit production, while mahogany seedlings are for timber. Next is accessibility and availability. Materials should be easy to obtain when needed. Example, farmers often choose crops with seeds readily available in local stores. Another is method of propagation. Some plants grow best from seeds, others from cuttings or tissue culture. Like sugarcane is propagated by stem cuttings, not seeds. Next, associated expenses. Cost must be considered to avoid overspending. Like for example, tissue cultured bananas are more expensive but disease-free. Another is longevity of the materials. Some materials last longer and provide sustained productivity. For example, the coconut seedlings live for decades, while annual crops like corn last only one season. And the last one is requirements for growth. Materials must match the care and resources available. Like orchids need special conditions, while cassava grows easily in poor soils. By considering these factors, we ensure that our planting materials will not only survive, but also give us the best results in terms of yield, quality, and sustainability. In summary, the success of any nursery or farm begins with a careful selection of planting materials. By understanding the different types such as seeds, suckers, cuttings, and tissue-cultured plantlets, and considering factors like health, climate stability, and cost, we ensure strong, productive, and sustainable plants. Remember, the choices we make at the start determine the harvest we enjoy in the end.